Hi there, everyone. Mazarok here. And are you like me where you're not playing enough D&D, even if it is 1 or 2 sessions a week and you'd like to play more? Perhaps you would actually like to play and are too introverted to find a group to sit down with that you don't know of, or you are too busy to sit down for, 3 to 5 hours a week and actually play. Well, let's talk about a play-by-post campaign. What it is, how you can do it, and all of the pros that I think it can bring to you and your D&D style of play. Let's go. Play by post campaign. Now, that is one thing where whenever I talk to anybody about a play by post campaign, a lot of people kind of snicker and sneer at it, but I have found them to be incredibly rewarding and lots of fun. So what our group has done, now this, I will admit I am not the originator of this group. I found a group that was already going, that was looking for new people for a new campaign on Reddit, and I was like, play by post? Well, that happens like all the time. I talked to the DM about it a little bit more, found out that it would be a perfect fit for me, and just I could play all the time. Now I say all the time, it is a constantly ongoing campaign with usually a few posts a day where you can stop, read, and think about what your character's doing and type it up and things like that. But it does not take anywhere near as much time as people think they do, unless you're getting into something truly kind of in-depth and insanely like detailed. There are groups that really, this can take up a significant portion of their time, but for most campaigns that I've played in, it doesn't. It's few minutes a day where you gotta check it and go on. But what I love about it, so one of the big pros about play by post is it aided me tremendously with my roleplay capabilities. So when I was getting into D&D, role-playing at a table was kind of awkward, I guess is the best word. I wasn't good at it, but the thing with getting good at something is you need to practice. And one of the things that play by post allowed me to do is remove the face from the character. So when you're sitting at the table, you're role playing your character, and other players are role playing theirs. But sometimes, especially when you're getting used to the improv and the role play, is you're not seeing the character, you're seeing the player who's role playing the character, and this removes that barrier because you don't have a face. All you have is the face of the character that you're imagining you're talking to, which makes it a lot more easy and simplified to role play and think about and work. But that's another thing. So if you're at a table and you're trying to role play, you're on the spot. Johnny on the spot. It's got to be quick. It's got to be that. With Discord, you can slow things down. With Play by Post, you can just slow things down. Think about what you're doing. Think about what your character would do. Type it up and see that it's meaningful and that it fits. But that's practice. When you do that, every time you do that, you get better at it. You practice at it more. Sometimes, like, I'd take 10 minutes when I first started and be like, okay, think about this, kind of just stop, breathe. All right, what's going on? What can I do? What would I say? Now I'm a lot more quicker and I'm Johnny on the spot, but that has also bled into my home campaigns and my online games, where I'm a lot quicker at the role play. I'm a lot snappier. I can get into the headspaces of characters quicker and NPCs quicker. So that is a huge pro. Now, the only con, which I can't say is really a con, but it actually benefits this style of play, is it is a much slower campaign. What you're used to getting done in 4 hours at a table is going to take you much longer because things are more thoughtful. Things are more drawn out. There's only a few posts a day, so it can take weeks or months. But every interaction is much more meaningful. So yes, it's a slower gameplay. If you like things happening snappy snap snap and it goes really really quick, this is going to slow things down for you. But that works, and it works for the campaign. So what we do, and again, I'm not the originator of this and I'm not going to pretend to be, is so I joined this group a couple years ago, which, by the way, I joined a couple of years ago. That one really, really shocked me. I was like, oh, wait, I'm not the newbie here anymore. Like, I'm a vet. Whoa. So I was lucky enough to join this group. I found it on Reddit, looking for an actual table group to play with, and I ended up joining this PlaybyPost campaign after talking to the DM about it, and found it was a natural fit. Came up with a character, and we started working from there. So he had his Discord server already set for the PlaybyPost, and what it is so now he has kind of just your general tabs for kind of talking and being friendly with people. But at the same time, then below he'll have a different set of channels where it's like, here's the game, here's your roles, and here's where you can discuss. And then there's usually the DM's not allowed channel, so that way we can kind of talk amongst ourselves with what's going on and how we're feeling about things, where it's kind of a blind eye. But that really, really works, and it's really, really clean. So what happens is, we can role play our characters and go through the motions of the narrative and the story in one channel. And then below we have the roles where everything kind of gets messy because you're like, oh, I had advantage on this and this and that. And it starts kind of piling up oddly where you lose track of the text. So all of that's done in one simple role channel. Questions of, let's say we misunderstood something and things like that. That's where you can just ask, and it doesn't ruin the narrative or the story text that's going on. And then of course there's the DM's not allowed channel where you get to discuss what's going on without the DM hearing about it, and maybe counter planning or anything like that, or just trying to kind of come up with a little plan amongst yourselves. There's lots of little uses for it, and I've seen it be lots of fun. So kind of how do you play on Discord? Going on from there. Avray is your dice bot. You can use Sidekick, but we really like Avray because it allows you to upload character sheets from D&D Beyond and Google Sheets. Where you can just type in a simple command set, which you can pin into your Discord so anybody can see it all the time through mobile or PC. There's a very, very simple command list where you can set all of your spell list, your attacks and everything on your sheet as you normally would in D&D Beyond. You type in the command, !C investigation, ADV for advantage, and then boom, it's done. And don't expect that you have to know all of these commands right off the bat. That's why they're pinned in the channel, so then that way you can pull them up whenever you need to. But when you type in that one little sentence, it pulls off your character sheet, your stats and everything else, and automatically rolls for you. So it's really, really nice and really, really simplified. So it works. So with that, it works really, really well mobile on the go. So if I'm standing in line at the groceries, waiting to pay, waiting for a register to open, I can check the Discord, start typing stuff up, do my rolls, this or that, and it just works. And it gives me D&D on the go. It gives me that fix that I really, really love. But another thing that it does is if you are introverted and you get anxiety thinking about trying to find a table to play at, this is a really, really good style to get you into the game without having to worry about that. You're on a Discord server that if you don't like the people, which by the way, everyone I've met has been insanely kind and super nice and friendly to new players. So just a little tidbit. But you can just leave the Discord server if you find a toxic group. Nope. Just leave. If you don't like it and you hate the people, you can just leave. So that, and you have an automatic off button. There's no face-to-face interaction. So if you are an introverted person that is super introverted in your belief, but you still think you'd love to play D&D, PlaybyPost is a really, really good style of campaign for that. So maybe give that a shot. Reddit does have some people that have the looking for groups posted, and I find they never get enough attention for how much fun it is. So that's just something to think about. So let's go back to that. So you have Avray for your dice roller, D&D Beyond or Google Sheets for your character sheets. You automatically upload them, and then you can play through your narrative and everything like that. And again, the role play is just so much fun. It really allows you to stop, think, and improve those improv and acting skills because you have time to come up with something and play it out as you would like to. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. So I really think that PlaybyPost is a very underrated system of playing. And I think it should be given more of a highlight kind of deal. Now you're going to ask, battle maps. So we use Google Drawings. I like it. It is simple. It is fun. A quick 10-minute tutorial on YouTube will get you acclimated enough with Google Drawings to be able to run it really, really well and easy. And it works on your phone. Setting up the original map, I do admit I prefer a PC for that, but once your tokens are put on the map and things like that, just moving them around, it works wonderfully for what you need. You can open it up on any cell phone. I shouldn't say any cell phone, any smartphone, and it works really, really well. There can be an argument made for Roll20 and Fantasy Ground on those virtual tabletops, but those tend to be less on-the-go friendly and require a PC. So if you have friends that are constantly around laptops or PCs or things like that, that can open up Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds, because you don't need character sheets or roles or anything in there. You just literally need the map and tokens. They can move things around, get in the game, get out, and then just everything kind of flows nicely from there. But for that purpose, we found Google Drawings to be really, really good for that, because it allows you both easy functionality on the PC and on the phone. So that is my suggestion there. If there is a better one, please leave that in the comments below. I would love to hear about that. I do hope that I sold you on the PlaybyPost style of campaign, and or perhaps just maybe shed some light on it, because I know, like I said, people do snicker and sneer at it sometimes, but it is a really fun method of playing D&D. But you can also play other games. Right now we are playing a Star Wars 5e campaign on there. Now for that, we do kind of have to have our character sheets a little bit more ready. I've got a file on my phone. I can just open it up on their site, which, by the way, the SW5E site is wonderful. The character creation in there is really, really good. There is a little bit of extra steps other than D&D Beyond, but for a free site with free content, by the way, excellent. Heads up, thumbs up to Star Wars 5e for that conversion. That have made it really, really simple and really easy to get into the rule base and the class systems and race. It's wonderful. So that's just my little kind of thumbs up there. Aside from that, I stream on Twitch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I am not streaming this particular Saturday coming up on October 31st of our wonderful 2020. It is Halloween, and I am going to be doing Halloween things, so I will not be streaming. Aside from that, on November 1st, as of this video, so November 1st, 2020, Twitch is, so on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, is the Rhyme of the Frostbane actual play podcast, not podcast, stream, where we are giving away the Rhyme of the Frostbane dice set on November 1st. We hit 50 followers on Twitch. Thank you so much for all the support. I can't wait to see us grow as a community and kind of, become bigger and larger there. So come by on Sunday, check out the campaign, say hi, and you could be sent a Rhyme of the Frostbane dice set with the box set. So little bonus there. Aside from that, my Etsy shop is up and online. Link will be in the doobly-doo below. Check out my Patreon if you'd like to support the channel directly and would like to have a bunch of downloadables for your DM table, spell templates, combat trackers, things like that. I've got a lot of those on there, and I'm trying to upload more and more and more. Aside from that, I hope your next session is a fantastic one. Thank you so much for the generous support. And if you would like to start a play-by-post campaign, do so. I'm telling you, it'll be super rewarding, and you will meet some super excellent people. Aside from that, have yourselves a good day. See you next week.